Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me for this issue of Rise Over Run, your monthly reminder to spend some time on the rise, growing your business, over the run, running your business. This week, let's talk about taking a break from your never-ending work. One business owner I worked with recently told me, "I am behind from the minute I walk in the door each morning." Do you ever feel that way? Based on what I hear from the business owners I work with, this is not an uncommon feeling. It seems like every day, more tasks are piling on your plate, and few of them ever seem to leave that plate. This issue begins when you start or acquire a small business, and it typically continues until you grow enough to afford to bring on some support staff to take some of those things off of your full plate. But some savvy, growth-minded business owners know that there is one other secret to growing your business. What is it? I think I already spoiled the secret in my intro, but the secret is to take a break. Lots of breaks, in fact. Breaks during the day, breaks on the weekends, breaks for vacation days, maybe even a full week off. Based on your current workload, you might be thinking that your business is different, and this crazy break concept couldn't possibly work for your business in your industry with your skill sets that no one else in the company has at this point in time. Sure, maybe bigger companies have the staff to allow the owner to run off to their corporate yacht or second home, but you are working constantly to ensure that you can pay your team, find new business, and leave a little money left for yourself. But I am here to tell you that my advice about taking a break applies most especially to those of you who think that they can't possibly do it. Now, believe me when I tell you that my advice is not just my personal opinion, but it is also based on research. Yep, if you know me at all, I bet you're shocked to find out that I researched this concept. And the importance of taking some downtime applies whether it's 15 minutes during a busy day or a whole week of vacation with no checking email. Well, maybe a little bit of checking emails. And to clarify, I'm not talking about taking a break from putting a proposal together to answer emails instead, or taking a walk while you hop on a few phone calls. We aren't talking about a working vacation where you just look at different scenery but still with a laptop in front of you most of the day. And I will fully admit I am guilty of all these examples myself, so I know what I'm talking about. Taking a break means more than just a physical break from sitting at your desk or staring at a screen. Taking a break means a mental break from even thinking about work. I know, it seems like a big ask, but stick with me here. These breaks are vital if you ever want to have more of them, and if you want to grow your business. Why is it so important to take these breaks? I'll give you 3 reasons. Reason number 1, taking a mental break allows your brain to focus on creative problem solving. How often have you come up with a brilliant idea or a solution to a problem while staring at your inbox? I'd hazard to guess the answer is never or rarely. But what about when you're taking a walk or in the shower or some other place where you don't have a screen in front of you and you're just letting your mind wander? This is a gift you give your business. Let your brain process a bit without all the mindless other tasks weighing it down. Even a 15-minute walk, no phone calls, no podcasts, no interruptions, can give your brain a chance to wander about until, surprise, something brilliant pops into your head that never would have shown up if you and your brain hadn't been wandering. Tip, this is where your voice recorder on your phone can come in handy for capturing your thoughts on the go before they disappear when you return to the office. Reason number 2, taking a longer break away from the office forces you to rely on others to keep things moving forward. Aside from the mental break, a vacation, even if it's just one day off, can be a good test to see if your employees can manage without you. Do they have the authority, from you by the way, to make decisions in your absence? Do they have the information they need to move things forward? Who reaches out when you're away, and what are they asking of you? Now you can know where you need additional training or support, or delegation of different tasks will be necessary. Don't be the bottleneck in your own business. As you grow, it's time to let go a bit and let others take on tasks that you used to do. And I would argue that if you're a solopreneur, taking time off can also be a good test for you. What capabilities have you automated so that you can take a full day off without feeling like you have to answer emails or respond to phone calls? Do you have automation set up to continue your marketing outreach or let someone schedule a meeting on your calendar? Taking that longer break helps you find out how well your people and your systems can function without you for a day or 2 or more. And reason number 3, taking a break from the day-to-day helps you focus on the longer term. This is exactly why I started Rise Over Run. It is so important to take a break from running the business to focus on growing the business, the rise. If you spend all your time on the hamster wheel of running the business, you aren't actually going to grow your business. or I should say you aren't intentionally working on growing your business. Any growth you see is purely accidental. But as a business owner, I would hope that you want to be intentional about growing. And that means you have to be intentional about finding the time to think about growing. Where do you want your business to be in 1 year, or 5, or 10? What do you want to be doing then? Give yourself the space to contemplate these longer-term goals and how well you're doing heading in that direction. You can only do that by taking a break from what you're usually doing each day or each week. Give yourself the bandwidth to think big picture by walking away from the little things that get in your way. Consider a corporate retreat, even if that's just you retreating on your own to do some intentional strategic planning. Maybe a SWOT analysis or some goal setting. But also take time during that corporate retreat to wander in the woods, meditate, play some pickleball, anything to give your mind a rest and let it reset a bit. This is, of course, why I'm such a huge supporter of mastermind or peer groups. You have to leave your business to meet with your peers for a few hours. If you can't spare a few hours to meet to plan your business growth, then I would argue that you are the perfect candidate for this sort of group. It seems counterintuitive, I know, but the person who needs the break the most is the person who thinks they can't afford to take the break. And if that break is with others who are struggling with the same problems, then you can all learn from and support one another, focusing once a month on the rise over the run. See what I did there? Honestly, sometimes the best way to grow your business is to step away from it. How are you going to get started with that plan? Well, if you need some advice or tips on how to step away, then hop on a free Zoom call with me and we can discuss your situation and some ways you can find that spare time in your busy schedule. Thank you for joining me for this week of Rise Over Run, and I hope you take this message and start to schedule some downtime for your mind and your body to get a rest from running your business.